Privilege and an honor to be back in Nigeria as the National President of Zumunta Association USA Inc. in order to implement the second phase of the Zumunta Association USA Benevolent Palliative Project Award. Today, April 4th, 2022 in Abuja. Before I delve into the matters for which we are gathered here today, I want to take a moment to give you some background on the organization for which I'm here to represent. Zumunta Association USA Inc. was founded in 1991 by late Dr. Musa Kalam Muazu in New York, that's consisting of the Tri-State, Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York. Among the founding fathers present here today is Dr. Abdullahi Dauda, and also Salisu Abdullahi, who is unavoidably absent due to some emergency situation. These are some of the Zumunta alumni who have done the organization proud in their respective endeavors. Since its inception, Zumunta Association USA has had 8 national presidents. Ali Mustafa from 1995 to 1997, Engineer Abdullah Yusuf from 1997 to 1999, and I am so honored and proud to mention that one of our former national presidents is the current Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Yusuf. We're honored to have you here today, sir. The third person in line of the succession is Dr. Ibrahim Khalil from 1999 to 2003, and was followed by Dr. Ladan of the popular Voice of America, Lavia Uwarjiki, is right over there. Please, a hand of applause for him. And he was followed by Mr. Salisu Abdullahi from 2007 to 2009. And then in line was Dr. Ezekiel Macham from 2009 to 2013. Also, he's right there. Thank you for coming, sir. And the next in line was Dr. Ibrahim Salau from 2013 to 2017. And the number 8 is my humble self from 2017 to 2022. And I want to recognize the presence of my General Secretary, Beatrice Sunday, who is right there also in our midst. I want to use this opportunity to thank my predecessors on whose shoulder I stand. I am really proud and honored to be counted among the giants of Zumunta leadership that came before me. Zumunta Association USA Inc. is a non-for-profit cultural community organization based in the diaspora in the United States. We operate under the 5013C status of the United States Internal Revenue Service tax laws. In strict compliance, I must add. Zumunta Association USA Inc. is comprised of individuals of northern Nigerian extractions from the 19 northern states, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Zumunta Association USA Inc. has 12 chapters spread across 12 states in the United States of America. Since the inception of the organization, both the national and the respective state chapters have acquitted themselves creditably in promoting a positive image of Nigeria in the United States. We have encouraged trade and investment opportunities by facilitating a face-to-face meeting in between Nigeria's entrepreneurs and their American counterparts. We have done this through our Zumunta annual international conventions, which this year will be taking place in Houston, Texas, USA. Zumunta Association has also boosted national unity by working with other Nigerian cultural community groups or organizations, such as the Egbe Omo Oduduwa, a Yoruba organization, and the Indibo, the Igbo cultural organizations in the United States, to enhance and promote cultural heritage through music, songs, and dances. We have collaborated with each other to issue joint communique about situations in Nigeria from time to time. While in Nigeria, various Zumunta associations, USA chapters have undertaken many communal projects aimed at giving back and enhancing a better life for our people at home. Zumunta has kept busy through the years. I want to take this opportunity to highlight some of our achievements. In 1995, the organization took dozens of computers to Nigerian institutions of higher learning. For this, we have many people to thank, including Alhaji Kabir Tafe, who, as Minister of State for Petroleum at the time, helped to ship and distribute the computers to schools and colleges in northern Nigeria. A great contribution of Health Mission was also held by our Texas chapter, which hosted a special seminar in December of 2010 to educate Nigerians, youth, and parents on HIV, including infection, causes, and symptoms, also its control. It was held at the traditional palace of Maitangale, His Royal Highness Abdububa Meisheru II in Billiri. More than 80 persons were tested during this event. Unfortunately, 6 tested positive for the HIV and were provided with counseling and antiretroviral medications. In June of 2012, Zumunta sponsored a trip by Dr. Ezekiel Macham and Dr. Ibrahim Khalil to Nigeria to conduct a professional teachers educational development program. Education development program. This first annual professional development program was co-sponsored by the Amini College of Islamic and Legal Studies for international workshop on contemporary instructional technologies with 5 states in attendance. While in 2013, the Washington, D.C. chapter also conducted a health missions in Nyanya, here in Abuja, with the campaign to reduce infant maternal mortality rate, where pregnant women were educated about their health and taught methods for caring for their unborn babies and after they had been birthed. This was followed with the donations of medical equipment and materials to the clinic in Nyanya, Abuja, through the leadership of one of our sisters, the late Zainab Sheni from the Washington, D.C. chapter. In a later collaboration, in June of 2014, Dr. Ezekiel Macham and Dr. Ibrahim Khalil conducted another professional teachers educational development program aimed at administrators in Kano, primary and secondary school teachers in Suleja in Niger State. This professional development provided contemporary leadership training for educating managers, including principals, zonal education officers, deans, and heads of departments. Aside from this program, Zumunta Association provided financial assistance in support of one of Nigeria's famous television and radio artists and dramatists, Samanja Mazampama, for an eye surgery here in Nigeria. Indeed, in our very limited resources, Zumunta has not relented in its effort and has been involved in benevolent projects, including reaching out to people of other countries through Red Cross during the natural disasters such as the earthquake that devastated Haiti in 2010 and the flood that took place in the Philippines in 2013/2014. Zumunta Association has also embarked on some projects in some local communities, such as the renovation of primary school and distribution of school materials to pupils in Nok, Jaba local government area in Kaduna State, and in Nasarawa State supported the drilling of a borehole for potable drinking water in Egon. The initiative was also led and initiated by the national president, Mr. Philip Moses. You will be handed copies of my speech right after that, and you can see some of the optics that was included in it. Zumunta Pinnacle Pet Project has been the scholarship program, in which we have supported dozens of our less privileged individuals attending universities in Nigeria from the 19 northern states, including Abuja, with the stipends for tuition, books, and accommodation. The allowance of 50,000 per student has been reviewed over the years to 70,000 naira to keep up with the rate of inflation. Last year, we disbursed and paid out a total of 2.24 million naira, and this year we are disbursing 2 million naira in support of this scholarship to students in Nigeria. The Zumunta Scholarship Program started in 1998, and we are pleased to report that with the assistance of the Zumunta Scholarship Program, The first set of the beneficiaries graduated in 2015. We have graduated several number of sets of students and counting from various universities across the nation that have benefited from the Zumunta Scholarship Program since its inception. Now, to the main issue for the reasons of our gathering here today. On a similar note of giving back to our home country, considering the challenges of our time in Nigeria, Zumunta National Executive decided in 2001 to embark on the first phase of the Palliative Project, which the award was held in Jos in August of 2021. That was last year. And I'm happy to report that all the NGOs or recipients and beneficiaries all have graciously delivered to their respective communities. Now here we are today, April 4th, 2022. The second phase of this Zumunta Benevolent Project is in keeping with Zumunta's commitment to contributing our quota of giving back to our home country, our region in Nigeria. The Zumunta Association Benevolent Palliative Project Award is driven by the central focus of meeting the expectations of the neediest persons, such as those at the IDP camps in our society. Our members have been pained by the hardship experienced by our people at home. Given the current social and economic crisis in Nigeria, in that effort, Zumunta selected 7 more states, including Abuja, namely Adamawa State, Bauchi State, Benue State, Gombe State, Kwara State, Niger State, Taraba State, and Abuja, from where all the recipients were drawn. And most of you are seated here in the middle row. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for coming, and you're welcome. This Zumunta Benevolent Palliative Project and the effort has motivated myself, the president of the association, along with 5 other individuals who have made private donations in order to support Zumunta's efforts. And that has amounted to us having 18 NGOs that are going to be the recipients of this Benevolent Palliative Project today. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the high table, at Zumunta's desire, and those of us that are private donors to this particular project, that people should see the humanitarian objective behind this benevolent palliative project, to reach out to the poor in our society, and hopefully will be a catalyst and a driving force aimed at motivating well-meaning and privileged Nigerians positioned by their opportunities in life to greatly replicate this humble gesture by donating to NGOs such as the recipients here today. This is the only way our society can aid the state, the federal government, to uplift the livelihood of the poor in our region and Nigeria as a whole, through our act of charity and philanthropy of being our brothers and sisters keepers. In respect of this benevolence, each of the selected 18 recipients will be given a check of 500,000 naira amounting to the total sum of 9 million naira for the 18 NGOs, which will total 12.5 million naira for both phase 1 and phase 2 of this palliative project. The first palliative project received the 3.5 million naira, and the second phase is receiving 9 million naira. The Zumunta National Executive Council deliberated and decided that through the partnership and the oversight by some of our Zumunta alumni, also with the Nigerian Diaspora Commission focal point officers in the respective states, working hand in hand with trusted NGOs on the ground, would deliver the much needed result of our palliative initiative. The Zumunta National Executive expects and would appreciate, just like we did with the first phase of the palliative project, would appreciate a detailed report on how these projects are executed and satisfied with the funds awarded for the purpose of the palliative project that is meant to reach out to the poor in our communities and our societies in our region. The funds will be channeled through one of our Zumunta alumni on ground, Chief Ezekiel Gomez, FR, who is to my far end over there, the proprietor of Business Just School. He has for several years Zumunta has for several years immensely benefited from his leadership as a conduit to the disbursement of our existing scholarship funds. And so shall it be for even the Benevolent Project. And I can assure you, right after this award is presented, all the NGOs will start receiving alerts to their official bank accounts. Finally, on behalf of the entire membership of Zumunta Association USA Inc., its various state chapters, Zumunta National Executive, and Zumunta Board of Trustees, I hereby present to you with the Zumunta Benevolent Palliative Project Award with the amount of 500,000 naira to each of the NGOs. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Really, I'm glad that we're gathered today for this very important event being put together by Zumunta Association, and we're glad that they're partnering with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. You know, we've been saying it, and the president says it every time he travels. Nigerians in the diaspora, you are an integral part of the development of Nigeria. And that is why anywhere the president travels, he meets with the diaspora. And he keeps telling them, do not forget home. Be our #1 ambassadors and do all you can to contribute back home. Thank you, Zumunta, for all you're doing and the much more that you will do. I know that your association, being a non-profit organization based in America, you have chapters in 12 states in the USA and membership in all the 19 states and some southern states. But as I said earlier, Zumunta, you can be in every state in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether you're northern. There are Hausa Fulanis everywhere in Nigeria. We have you in Lagos, so we want Zumunta Lagos and Zumunta everywhere. Can I have a yes to that? And we commend the initiation of this program, which I think is very, very apt, is very, very appreciated. And we hope that, you know, there will be many more projects such as you have doing in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Now, this palliative project presentation, as we heard from the president, first happened in 2021. But the different thing about this time around, now you have a Nigerians in Diaspora Commission to work with you, and we're glad that we're partnering with you. And I tell you, you're going to see a whole lot of difference in this partnership. So we're here to work together, to build together, and to promote you. If you do all this and nobody knows about it, but we're going to ensure that everybody knows about it so that others will emulate what you're doing. You know, some gentleman walked into my office not too long ago. He had always wanted to come to Africa, so he chose to come to Nigeria. He's from America, and a lot of them are coming, the historic African diaspora, to visit Nigeria. And they leave with the best impressions. He saw a chap on the streets, a 16-year-old boy in Lagos, and he said, listen, why are you on the streets? And I speak with you, he's taking up his education. He's an American, he's an African American. And there are some like that who came with us to Badagry for the door of return. They want to send 1,000 children to school. Of course, you know the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission was established for you, you know, to ensure that the diaspora are part of the programs and policies of this administration. I mean, we're talking of, you know, we've overstressed the remittances, you know, $24 billion, 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora, and that is why we're ensuring that there are programs for the diaspora. For instance, the housing program, the diaspora mortgage program, so that you can buy your own homes from the comfort of wherever you are in the world without a third party duping you. We'll be introducing that program to you soon. And the Federal Mortgage Bank will also be making available 50 million naira as mortgage for those of you who want to own your houses anywhere in the world. And I'm sure all of you will want to go to Nasarawa State. And by the way, the governor of Nasarawa State has agreed that our first diaspora focal person outside Abuja is going to take place in Nasarawa. He's just an exceptional person. And it's taking place, I think we fixed May 9th, along with the National Investment Summit. So please let me appreciate His Excellency once more. And thank you again. We have here NGOs from 12 states, 18 NGOs that will be receiving the 500,000 naira each that you will be presenting to them. And we're glad that that is happening today. And we believe that Nigerians in the diaspora are positioned to be a catalyst towards accelerated development in Nigeria. And beyond that, look at you, excelling everywhere in the world. And we're seeing that you can't be developing other economies and not develop your own country. So Zumunta, thank you once more. You know, your talent, your skills, your expertise, we need you back home. We're not saying pack your bags and come home, but to do what you're doing, be part of the program and policies and development of your country. Nobody can do it but ourselves, you know. There'll be a lot of criticisms, but we shouldn't bring ourselves down. If the Indians, Chinese are coming, why not we ourselves? And we have the Diaspora Investment Summit, which we are glad has been progressing gradually. We have the Diaspora Investment Trust Fund, which will be launched very soon. In other words, you can put your money in a trust fund and decide what you want to do with it. Imagine $1 million diaspora putting $1,000. That's $1 billion. And you can decide what you want to invest in and how you want to invest in it, and put your mouth or put your money where your mouth is. I know you are a bit disappointed with diaspora voting, but you don't need to be. We can't give up. It's difficult now, but the journey has just begun. So I want you to keep sensitizing the Senator Luriagbo is on his way. He told me he's going to be here. So let's keep sensitizing them, talk to your parliamentarians. We can understand the pros and cons. Some are afraid. You know, there are Nigerians in diaspora everywhere. In Sudan alone, half of them are Nigerians. You know, and we want to focus a lot more on Nigerians on the African continent as we move on. So there's a lot more for the diaspora in the making. And I know that the Nigerians in the diaspora, like Zumunta, you've embarked on several projects in your states. And by doing that, you are providing employment for youth and skills acquisition. The Zumunta Association USA is also doing some and even supporting individuals for medical treatments, scholarship programs, renovations of primary schools, and drilling of potable water boreholes in states in the north, to mention just a few of what you have done. During COVID, working with Mr. Moses and others, we were able to donate 50 million naira to the Nigerian government, and every state in Nigeria got PPEs, courtesy of the diaspora. So this presentation of Palliative Project Award to NGOs will assist in great measures in executing set-up projects. And we understand it will be monitored by your coordinator and our diaspora focal officers. So I urge you all to continue to work with the federal government of Nigeria through the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission to ensure that the development we yearn for is achieved expeditiously, and we can do it. So once more, I want to congratulate you, Mr. President Zumunta, Mr. Philip Moses, your executive, and all your members for this singular effort of humanitarian assistance in Nigeria. Imagine if everybody does one thing, each one touches one person, we'll build a better nation. So I want to encourage you all to key into, the various programs we have, the Diaspora Direct Investment, the Diaspora Initiative, the Diaspora Housing Program, and the Diaspora Registration Portal. And I think we should share the link with you. I'm sure Dr. Bassi will. And it's important because we need to know what you're doing, where you are, what you're doing. It was very evident during this Ukraine crisis. If there was a button to tap and say, you know what, all 5,000 of you tap this button, it would have been easier. But it's important to know what you're doing. In any country, we advise the younger ones, just register with the missions. Just go to the mission and say, this is what we're doing. And if you can't, go to the Unicom website and just press the button on the registration portal. I think it is very, very important for every one of us. And I'm just being told, Your Excellency, that you need to give us a new DFPO in Nasarawa. So we don't have a diaspora focal person for Nasarawa as at now. So Your Excellency, I'm sure that is already done. We're coming in May anyway. So once more, I want to thank every one of you. We appreciate what you're doing, and I know that many more people will join you to do what you're doing. So thank you for setting the pace. Thank you for setting standards. Nigeria is our country. Nobody can develop our country but ourselves. Thank you, Zumunta. We truly appreciate you. Thank you.
Having listened to the president of Zumunta, and also having listened to our one and only Abike Erewa, you would agree with me that it is in my best interest to be very brief. But I must state that I am highly delighted for this very unique opportunity that has been given to me to address you at the second phase of Zumunta Association USA Incorporated Benevolent Palliative Program Project Awards, today the 4th of April, 2022. I understand that Zumunta is an association of Nigerian citizens that are proud to be Nigerians and have desired to be part of developing Nigeria through alleviating poverty in the land. I also understand that you have selected 18 NGOs from 12 states of Adamawa, Bauchi, Benue, Gombe, Kaduna, Kwara, Plateau, Niger, Nasarawa, Lagos, and Taraba states, and of course the FCT, as beneficiaries of your benevolence. I wish to salute your humanism and your show of patriotism as Nigerians, because you have not forgotten who, as Abike has said. The President has always urged you not to forget who. And you have dedicated your time, your resources, and global exposure in contributing to the development of Nigeria. Your acts of humanity will go a long way in facilitating the change that we hope to see in Nigeria if all patriotic groups of Nigerians in the diaspora come together to contribute their quota in the manner that you have resolved to do. And let me now seize this opportunity to assure you that the federal government of Nigeria, on its part, will spare no effort at creating an enabling environment that would protect and support its citizens in the diaspora to excel in their various callings, and in turn encourage them to contribute and invest their quota to the development of their fatherland. I wish to enjoin the selected beneficiaries, that is the NGOs, to make very good use of the palliatives that they are about to receive, and to ensure that the selected projects are executed excellently and promptly, so as to encourage other diaspora associations and organizations to emulate what Zumunta Association Incorporated is doing today. I therefore commend the President of the Zumunta Association, Mr. Philip Moses, and his members, past presidents and executive members of the Zumunta Association USA Incorporated, for their laudable humanitarian services to Nigeria and to Nigerians in need. I further encourage your association, sir, to continue to work hand in glove with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission with a view to maximizing your contributions to the development of our country, especially through taking advantage of the diaspora direct investment initiatives. This is imperative, as only Nigerians, whether you be at home or in the diaspora, will develop Nigeria. Once again, I celebrate you, I congratulate you, and I commend you for your benevolence. Please keep being the best that you can be in your host countries. In your case this time, the United States of America, where you reside. I urge you to continue to be Nigeria's good ambassadors and to keep the Nigerian flag and the Nigerian spirit flying and alive. God bless Zumunta, God bless Midcom, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It's a great pleasure, really, to come in here and see exactly what Zumunta had continued to be. When we came in, we actually started all these movements around 1993. We were having our own association. We didn't even call it Zumunta, in Houston, Texas, where we were competing with New York, that was claiming to have the highest number of Nigerians. And then we were saying because we were oil city, we had the highest number of Nigerians and those kind of things. But then we were having different associations of northern Nigerians residing in the US, but we didn't have one. Around 1994, we decided to gather in Washington, D.C. with Aliyu Mustafa, Isa Biwell, and then from Washington, D.C., Dr. Ladan, Dr. Macham, and Moses Yemtal from Atlanta, Georgia. With our dear friend Salisu, their own is a smart hour, you know. Abdullahi Dauda, Salisu, and the rest of that were actually from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, so they were forming their own tri-state chapter. And then we had the most aggressive chapter. It was new, but very aggressive, from North Carolina. That's the I know Greek chapter. Anything you do is grammar. They have Abubakar Koko will actually come with big grammar and he will kill everything. You know, so we had all those things actually put together, and at that time we only had roughly about maybe 12, 13 states. Before I left the US in the year 2000, we had over 20 states that had membership. Today I strongly believe you have more. Now the idea really, when the association was formed, finally, and we commissioned in 1995, you are calling me a past president, which I'm very proud of, and I thank you for recognizing me. But the position that I held, that I'm so proud of and I hold very dearly, Aliyu Mustafa was our vice president and I was the first super secretary general of the association. And so we were communicating, and that's the first time Aliyu Mustafa actually wrote the address of his house as the presidency of the Zumunta Association. And we continued actually from there. Aliyu is not a greedy person. 1997, he wanted me to be the president. I wanted him to do his second term. He rejected and wanted me to be the president, as if he was Nostradamus who saw tomorrow. And finally, I became the president in 1997. But 1999 already, I was looking to come back to Nigeria, which I think, handed over to my own super secretary general, Dr. Ibrahim Khalil. Needless to say, in those years, one of the greatest things we achieved as members of the Zumunta Association was the unity of the entire 19 northern states that we had. We did not allow our religion to divide us, our ethnicity to divide us. We did not allow any of those things to divide us. And so we decided to come up with the motto of Zumunta: our ethnic diversity is our strength. And that's how we formed that particular name. Actually, it was in history. Let me be a little selfish. We came up with that, and that's how we started. Now, what you are doing today actually is sustaining the effort that we started. At the time, computers were not so rampant in Nigeria. and we went to North Carolina, Duke University. We were able to get 83 computers. At the time, CPUs and monitors were different. It's not just one unit. And we got 83 of them. I led a team that came at our Arewa house. We set up the first, what you would call now, more or less places where people go to learn how to work on computers. We set up the first one as Zumunta Association. So that's when the sacrifice actually started. And a lot of people make the sacrifices in order for us to get there. When you are announcing the amount of what you are going to give, and that's when also we nominated one person, because I remember a joke. When I came to Nigeria, that time, as the president of Zumunta, and then I went actually to meet the late Alaji Dankabu. And I said, I'm going to Nigeria, sir, come and give scholarship. He said, oh, fantastic, wonderful. So I said, good. So when I came, I went to Kano first. I met him from Kano. That time it was easy to fly into Kano. And then from Kano, I came to Kaduna. So while in Kano, he said, how many scholarships are you given? So we are given one to every 19 states, 19 scholarships. That's what we are given. He said, 19 in the local government? I said, no, 19 in the northern state of Nigeria. So it is similar actually to the event we are having today. And I want those who don't understand the essence of this to understand it from the bottom of their heart. We have people who are working very hard in the US to earn a living. And these people came together. Not everybody actually was born with silver spoon as the people that you see. People work very hard. Some teachers, some nurses, some this, all working very hard. And yet, got together and started raising money to give scholarships to those back home. It is not the amount. It is actually coming from the thinking and the vision and the courage to do something like this. And that is the spirit that you have taken all the way to where we are. And that's why, Mr. President, I want to thank you for sustaining what was started like a joke. And today, I see every day, I follow it, because I'm on the Zumunta platform. So I follow exactly the good work you are doing. I follow the good work that all those who are here are also following up. In fact, the Zumunta here in Nigeria visited me to congratulate me when I became the governor. And I have a special, that's why when you give me the award, I will take it. The reason is because since I came constantly, everywhere I work, I try to excel, because I don't want them to say that Zumunta person has come and he's not able to perform. So I try as much as possible to excel in everything I do, so the credit also goes to Zumunta Association. I do so much because I come also from a family that once worked hard, and that family also extends to Zumunta Association. So even in Dangote, among the 5 CEOs that we had at the time, 4 of them were foreigners. I was the only Nigerian. And we kept going and working, and each time people said, well, he's also from the US. He's not. I said, no, I'm actually from Nigeria, from a place called Kuti Station in Nasarawa State, the hometown next to where Dr. Dabiri also comes from. And that's the fact that I want other people from Zumunta actually to copy. We have a name to protect. I'm happy when she said that Zumunta has excelled and has actually become different from many other associations. When all the 19 northern states and Abuja came together and formed Zumunta Association, we had over 200 associations of Nigerians. But for those from this part of the country, we had only one, and that's Zumunta Association. I don't know if you have other orders now, but one thing that has not died is the spirit that we started this association. So in order also to support you, Mr. President, since you are also given palliatives, I will not ask Nasarawa State to give any donation, but I will give my own personal donation of 5 million naira to add to this. Thank you so much. You can see the spirit of Zumunta. I'm getting a standing ovation for what? For 5 million naira. If it was one big political event in Nigeria, I would donate 100 million naira. Nobody would even clap. So that's the spirit of people who work very hard for their money, and they know how hard they make the money, and they actually go through so much to make sacrifices. He started that time, and I'm sure it's up to this moment. Some of us were lucky. We were working in oil and gas companies, so we could afford. So most of the trips to Nigeria, we were paying it. As Zumunta president, Zumunta didn't have the money to pay. I was paying all my expenses by myself. And I'm sure it's the same thing that Zumunta is doing today. And I want to thank you, Mr. President. Both, I'm very, very happy that the spirit of which we started this is ongoing. And I want to really thank all the past leaders, a lot of my friends that I have seen here.
Waterfront is Blessing Mankind Community Development Ministry in Abuja. NGO recipient is the Clearview Integrity Foundation from Benevolent Clearview Integrity Foundation. Yes, round of applause for Clearview Integrity Foundation. The next recipient or beneficiary is Child is Good Foundation from Yewando, Chicochi State. Give a hand of applause. The next one we have is Melroy Rural Priority McCarty, Benue State. The next recipient or beneficiary is the Community Life Transformation Ministry, Iliri, Gombe State. And the next NGO is the Willow Empowerment for Grassroots Development Initiative. Thank you. The next NGO in line is Habiba Gali Foundation, Suleja, Niger State. Habiba Gali Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present a Strategic Leadership Award plaque to His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Isle, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, for being one of Zumunta Association USA pioneer leaders, Zumunta Worthy Ambassador, and for demonstrating exemplary leadership in Nigeria. Sir, we are proud and honored to have you here and also representing Zumunta as a very good ambassador. I can't just thank you enough. You have shown and shined the light to everybody that when we come from diaspora, we can perform. And I heard the chairperson said, you are just exemplary and stunning. So we appreciate you and want to thank you for that. Please, on behalf of Zumunta Association leadership, the Board of Trustees, I present you with this Strategic Leadership Award. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. His Excellency receiving the award of exemplary leadership.
No, I think this is a very good initiative. When Zumunta Association came into, the question of remittances were one of them. At the time, everything was being done direct cash, before the banks actually put into it. Nigerians in diaspora are actually, sending more funds into Nigeria than maybe any other country that you can think of. So it's an excellent initiative and it's now organized, so it can actually be captured. I will say 100% of it is captured, but at least 90% of what is being sent into Nigeria, since most of it comes through the banks, is usually captured in form of investment. So I think it's a wonderful thing and I think it's good for Nigeria. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the charity begins at home. And I have the honor to invite the event center from Clay Development Community to the stage. So you can rest. At this point, I want to invite Ambassador Abu to please step here and help us in awarding these certificates. Gentlemen and ladies, madam, please join me here in also awarding these certificates and the checks. The next beneficiary is the JCI Abuja Unity Check. Is the League of Concerned Women for Equity and Justice, serving Abuja and Benevolent State. Awasi Empowerment and Education at Public National Housing. Awasi Center Empowerment and Education. The next one is Center for Women, Youth and Community Action, Latvia, Nassau State. Is the lady 80 or so on the Lagos State. Yeah, gifted sensitivity professionals. It is all over Lagos State. I told the chairman earlier that we have a beneficiary from Lagos State. This is it. Gifted sensitivity professionals for Lagos State. Congratulations.
I wish to acknowledge your presence, your gifts, and your kind heart. The Zumunta Association, Inc., USA, for the Palliative Project Award today. We appreciate your distinguished presence here and participation at this landmark event, which demonstrates your desire to witness and encourage kind gestures that we uplift the conditions of the less privileged. That the Zumunta Association USA Inc. has deemed it necessary to give palliatives to NGOs whose focus is to ease burdens of the disadvantaged segments of the society. It shows that their love for humanity and patriotic favor to our country, Nigeria. We appreciate the tireless efforts of the management of NIDCOM under the leadership of Dr. Abike Dabiri-Erewa and her supporting staff in providing the platform and coordination of such landmark laudable goals. We pray that many more meaningful economic and social inflows will continue in diaspora from our compatriots in diaspora. We wish you safe return back home. Thank you.
Salamatu Yerudua of JCI. If you are here, come up stage. Round of applause for her.
The President of Zumunta Association USA, Mr. Philip Moses. our absentia, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Abdullahi Sule, Honorable Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Zubair Dada, Chairman, CEO, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri. All protocols duly observed. Members of Zumunta Association USA Inc., fellow beneficiaries, friends, and guests, good evening. I will start by recognizing and sincerely appreciating the President of Zumunta Association Inc., Mr. Philip Moses, for his humility, passion, leadership, and commitment to Zumunchi, which is respectable and applaudable. On behalf of Junior Chamber International Abuja Unity, where I serve as the local organization president for 2022, and my fellow beneficiaries, such as Center for Women, Youth, and Community Action, Rotary International Club, Community Lab Transformation Ministries of Abuja, among others, we are grateful to Zumunta Association Inc. for this Benevolent Palliative Award. In the spirit of Zumunchi, which aligns with the principles of Junior Chamber International, that says the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nation, we see this palliative award as a call to service to humanity, which has always been the hallmark of JCI. JCI is an organization for young enterprising leaders that believe that leading is our duty. As young leaders, JCI members hold the key to solving some of the most pressing issues of our times. We do this by uniting all sectors towards sustainable solutions. We build leaders through our areas of opportunities, which includes individual development, community impact, international collaboration, business opportunities. This award will therefore be utilized towards building more leaders that will translate to good governance in our community, society, and nation at large. Once again, on behalf of all the beneficiaries here, I would like to thank Zumunta Association USA Inc. for this great honor and trust. Collectively, we will continue to contribute our quota to Nigerians' development and ensure that the spirit of Zumunchi is kept alive. Thank you very much.
I thought you have read this to me.
Please help me.
I also want to invite the Honorable Chairman of Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri, Chairman CEO of Nigerian Diaspora Commission, for your leadership and support in the broad objectives and policies of the engagement of the association, harnessing the talent, skills, resources, empowering and promoting Nigerians in diaspora for national development. Thank you very much.
She is being surrounded by her state focal diaspora officers. In solidarity, Mama Diaspora. Another applause from Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri. You know, women issues.
It's a great pleasure to be here today. My name is Ajamina Tadabian. The name of our NGO is the Work for Women and Girl Child Initiative. We are one of the first beneficiaries of this great project. Mr. President, and I really appreciate it. And to everyone from JOS, thank you so much, especially for the one was crying and then he was coming and saying, I should talk to Benevolent Palliative. And as I want to know, I said, no, let me get some back of the call. I did. This wonderful woman then. I come in, I wanted to do this in your office. My head is issue that she did not know me. I called her, she picked her call. I said, you didn't even know that, so she picked the call and said, what is the issue? I now told her, this is the one to talk. She now said, there is no way I will not mention what is this patient. She now said, she said, it's this problem. The pain at that time was more than 80,000. She paid this. It was a successful operation and everything. If I wanted to take that child, it was a big problem. Because I wanted to go back to school. I called up my clothes. This is our traditional clothes. This is from us. Take it to your office. Thank you. And the letter of appreciation from us. Thank you very much.
All right. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And so, in conclusion, the Honorable Minister left and we didn't have a chance to present him with his flag. So the Honorable Chairman of Nigerian Diaspora Commission is going to collect his own flag on his behalf. So this flag goes to Ambassador Zumunta, Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, in recognition of your active participation, for your leadership and support to Zumunta's position. Thank you, Honorable Senators, for that session.
Round of applause to the Honorable Minister.
Thank you for this law. And we are not taking this law for granted at all. League of Concerned Women, we empower women and we stand for women's rights. Thank you so much. God bless you for this kindness. And we'll make sure we make you proud in Jesus' name. Thank you so much.
So, it's been a long day. We've come today. We know why we're here. We know what we've accomplished. But I just want to give a confidence and appreciation from all of us that are past the top members, current and top members, past presidents, and all the recipients of not one but two palliative programs in the pandemic era under his push and his stride. Over the support of so many others that is behind you. Mr. Philip, I just want to say for your sacrifice, for your love, for your passion, your enthusiasm, and your care that has brought us to this day. So many friends, families, and recipients, and so many ripple effects, and so many of those that will be benefited from it. Hello. Thank you. So many of those that will be benefiting from this, and the thank you that you will not hear we say today. Thank you very much for your hard work and your service. And we look to work with you more and harder in the future. Thank you.
My job is very simple. First, I thank God Almighty for making this day possible, from bringing us safely, and we pray you take us back safely. To everybody who has come, thank you, and thank you.
And my job here is very simple, to say thank you, and thank you.